Just starting the YouTube live. Just starting. Okay. Thank you everyone for being patient. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday, February 17th, 2021. The time is 6:01 p.m. and I am calling this special meeting of the Board of Selectmen to order. And this meeting is being audio and video recorded. It is being streamed live to YouTube and it will be replayed on Channel 9. There are no scheduled hearings. Public input may be provided, as always, using the standard methods of our email address as listed on the agenda, the telephone number listed on the agenda, and also the Zoom link listed on the agenda. And with that, I ask that everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So I want to start the meeting, and I think this is going to be a very short meeting. I apologize. It came to my attention earlier today that Selectman Goulart would be observing this religious holiday, which is Ash Wednesday, which she has every right to do. And we're happy for her. But unfortunately, I'm not sure what time she will be back, meaning she may not make it to ask the town clerk candidates questions. And I don't think that's fair to them. And I also don't think that's fair to her. So my idea was to simply continue this on the 21st, but I did want to hear, and I know that's a difficult decision to have to make, especially for the candidates who were prepared this evening. But I did want to get the thoughts of my colleagues, Selectman Pacheco.
Well, we want to get this done as soon as possible because we're going to be losing Sue pretty soon. Do we know at all who should be joining us?
I totally agree, Selectman Pacheco. The way it was relayed to me, and maybe Mrs. Brady has more information, was that she plans or hopes to be back for 6:30, but there was no guarantee on that. And it's a difficult decision, and I want us to make it together, Selectman Pacheco. I don't want to make this decision myself, but I just think the fairest thing to Selectman Goulart and to our candidates is to have everyone present at the same time to be asking those questions of both candidates, one after the other, and not what if she showed up at 7:30, for example. So I just those were my thoughts, Selectman Pacheco.
Well, I do want Mrs. Goulart to participate. I don't think it's fair to us as well as the candidates if she's not available, because she'll be part of the decision making, I would assume, as to who we're going to pick to report. Both candidates on the Zoom meeting right now.
Miss Kenyon is. I'm not sure about Mr. Pacheco. I'm not sure.
I think he is.
I'm here. I'm not sure if you can hear me. I am on the meeting.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I guess I would want to also hear from the candidates how they feel about continuing this to next week. So,
for me, it's whatever is best for the town. So, I'm fine with waiting.
And Mr. Pacheco?
I concur. I'm happy for the 21st as well.
I'm sorry. Yep, the 20. Mr. Pacheco, would you be able to make it to next Wednesday? And I'm happy to put this at 6 p.m. under scheduled appointments, if that's everybody's amenable. And would you be able to make that next Wednesday at 6 p.m., sir?
Yes, absolutely.
And Miss Kenyon?
Yeah, I believe my schedule is clear, and if it isn't, I'll make sure I clear it.
Thank you so much. And I just wanted to apologize to our candidates, obviously. I want to apologize to the public, also to my colleague, Selectman Pacheco. This is, I can honestly say, one of the first meetings we've not been able to have since I've been on the board. So it is sort of unprecedented, but I do want us all to be able to ask the candidates questions like sequentially, as we did for our example for our town administrator interview. So I apologize, but I do thank everyone for being amenable to doing it at 6 p.m. next Wednesday during our regularly scheduled Board of Selectmen meeting. And Madam Clerk, does that work for you? Yep, you may just have to hit the unmute button in the bottom left-hand corner.
There I am. I am. Hello
That
there,
works.
everyone.
All right. So I will.
I'll make a motion to continue the interviews as well as the appointment of town clerk to February 24th at 6 p.m.
I will step down and second that motion. Any further discussion on this?
No.
Hearing none. Selectman Pacheco?
Aye.
Selectman Zagrafos is an aye, and Selectman Goulart is in absentia. And Selectman Pacheco, do you just want to continue the executive session also next Wednesday? I don't believe where any of those issues are time sensitive, meaning needing action before the 24th.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion that we continue the executive session that we were planning to have tonight to February 24th.
I will step down and second that motion. Any further discussion? And believe me, Selectman Pacheco, those issues will not be resolved before next Wednesday, so we will have them to discuss. Selectman Pacheco, your vote, sir.
Aye.
Selectman Zagrafos is an aye, and Selectman Goulart is in absentia. And now I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I just want to know if our future town administrator is meeting next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Mullins, sir, you have the floor.
Are you going to be available for next week?
Yeah, yes, I'm always available for you, Selectman Pacheco, but I'm absolutely around. Thank you.
Sadly, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
And I will sadly second that motion. Selectman Pacheco, your vote.
Aye.
And Selectman Zagrafos is an aye, and Selectman Goulart is in absentia. Mrs. Brady, before we adjourn, do you mind leaving Mrs. Goulart an email and also a voicemail just so she knows that we will continue this and she didn't miss anything?
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you so much. Ms. Kenyon, Mr. Pacheco, I apologize again. Selectman Pacheco, final words, sir.
I just want to say the same thing, that I apologize for the delay, and I'm sure you've been all prepped for this interview. But we'll do it next week.
Absolutely. Everyone have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, be well, and be kind to one another. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Good night. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too.